470. That's a big number. All right.
Well, if that was going to be a question, it would have to be 470?
470 is in the anal category.
Wait,
All right.
what?
Interesting.
What? Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Ethical dilemmas. No, wait, hold on, I read that wrong. Meta. There we go. All right. So 470 meta question. Assuming your character had access to every breakfast cereal in any world and dimension, what is their favorite breakfast cereal as a kid, and what is it now? This says a lot about you. I will tell you that Strahd von Zarovich, it was grape nuts from cradle to the coffin.
What about after the coffin?
He still ate grape nuts. Gotcha. My vampires are allowed to eat food. They just don't gain any nourishment from it. So, grape nuts make a great travel snack. You eat them dry. Put them in your pocket. So.
Pocket nuts.
All right, Wes. The one you sent me, that was my fucking headset. That was the one that fell off my head. That's the one that Leah gives me a hard time that I didn't just go pick up another one. You know what? That's it. I'm streaming right now, so let me do this in a different window. I'm buying it right now. I'm fucking buying it right now. This one's gonna be my backup. That's right. I'm gonna have a $270 backup headset. That's right. That's where I'm fucking at. Sorry, I'm being very.
I want to be the kind of adult where I have an extra $270 to be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna buy this backup headset.
Well, I'll have to sell some board games, but I can do it.
I was gonna
Wait,
say this DMing thing seems to be going quite well. Maybe I should get into it. Get some
Okay. I mean,
What do you mean? He's just living like an American, spending way above his means.
No, right?
Dang, guys, dang. Listen, I'm just trying to chase a little bit of happiness in this dying world.
We all are.
So
we all are.
I had the older version of this, and they literally like disintegrated off of my head, and I was like, I'm gonna buy the new one, and Cammy was like, yeah, it's a good investment.
Okay,
and these
but
ones are amazing.
Why is one listed at 125 and one's listed at 85? And the one that's 85 has a 4.6 rating, and this one has a 4.2 rating.
Do what? I
don't I'll figure it out later. All right, back to the game.
Wait, you're saying that the more expensive one has a lower rating?
Yep. Yeah.
It's because there's less people that are able to purchase it and use it, and then more people who buy something and don't like it are willing to complain about it. So because there's been less people able to purchase it, because we're all poor, those people who want to complain about it are more likely going to be the ones who leave a negative review.
Get ready for my counterattack. The more expensive one has 6,000 reviews. The less expensive one, 344.
See, it's just shit, I guess.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on.
That makes me not trust the seller of the less expensive one. But also, the more money you spend, the more likely you are to have buyer's remorse.
That's true. Yeah. That's why people like taking me on a date. You literally buy me a soda, and I'm good. I had a great time. So
I mean, it's still 4.2 stars. Like, you acted like the 6,000 one. They're like mad about it.
Listen, my professionalism meter has been emptied because it's been the roughest day job week of professionalism. I've been so fucking professional all fucking week, but I'm ready to be professional for 3 more hours. So please be on this journey with me, especially you, Wes.
That's Skyhaven. We're not professional.
God damn it. Listen, last session doesn't count.
Oh, Casino Doctor.
All right.
Just wait till you get to hear about my cereal.
Well, why don't you tell me in this recap, whoever wants to tell us what happened last time about this very professional game where we're basically critical role professional. That's how professional we are. Early season 2. That's the level of professional that we are.
Apparently, one of us is getting critical role money because they can afford a $270 headset.
Jeez.
Part of why I hate the headset so much is that I spent more money on it than I wanted to, and I thought if I spent that much money on it, it would be an incredible headset, and it wasn't. And part of it is because I have a small, baby-sized head, so I have to keep adjusting the headset, and that makes it so I touch the fucking buttons. Okay, it's the worst. Hold on, I'm gonna see if Lee can run the game tonight. Hold on, see if I can tap out. Oh my god! All right, all right. For a third hero point and a third hero card draw, would anybody like to sum up what happened last week? We got a 19 from Gold Leaf.
Oh
shit!
Oh, we got a 19.
Oh, we get to hear one from Cloud Hoof.
The rollies. I've got to get
from Gold Hoof and Cloud Leaf.
Give me the rollies. I want to see them. Do you know someone actually took the time to program and release a Foundry VTT mod called Rollies? The entire point of it was to detect when people rolled D20s with no modifiers, just raw D20s, close enough together that it would trigger a tie, so it could pop up and be like rollies, and then a mini game pops up where you are directed to roll. Someone cared that much, and that's why I still believe in humanity.
That's passion right there.
All right,
I can see
Cloud Hoof. What happened last time on our very professional, family-friendly, kid-safe Pathfinder 2 homebrew campaign?
So last time, our intrepid heroes faced off against the fungal vultures, and after some pretty harrowing conflict and feeling like we just needed to vomit, we finally did defeat them. And we were kind of sickened and feeling all kind of nasty. From there, we proceeded into the great, not Deku tree. We found out that he himself was very ill, to the point where he couldn't even make a decent dungeon anymore. He just wanted you to just please help him out. He couldn't train those young heroes. Even the spiders inhabiting him were like, dude, you got to help this guy. And would offered their assistance in getting us to where the source of the corruption seemed to be coming from. Upon scaling down the tree, using our never get hurt jump down holes and no falling damage assorted skills, we found a strange chest. Once approached a ghost-like apparition of a woman who's kind of almost looked half melted or bonded to the chest, appeared, saying she was betrayed by everyone. We found out through some talking that she was, in fact, trying to stop the mages from destroying or taking the resources from this island. And that they were attacked. They attacked them without just cause. She was not the threat they had perceived. And this led to her becoming a vengeful spirit with a cold iron mimic inhabiting the chest, a spectral construct, which was seeping toxins into not only the forest, but through the tree's roots into the rest of the island itself, affecting everything around. We were able to defeat the spirit through combat and skill checks and free her from her trapped state. She had been trapped underneath the chest. After that harrowing combat, we rested a bit, tried to heal, and then proceeded to try to leave. But we left the tree and are headed back to the Queen to discuss what the heck we do next. Free our friends. We're very apprehensive because she found out that she tends to be very kind of backstabby. So we're trying to be very cautious about how we do things and prepared to do some rough persuasion if need be to assure that we and our compatriots and possibly the other spirits can inhabit this place, because the Queen is being a cranky bitch and kind of stubborn. Seems to be destroying any spirits that happen to try to inhabit the forests. And
Oh yeah.
frankly, the inhabitant.
There were a lot of subtle plot drops about many of the background stories that are happening in the campaign, and how the Queen is treating that stuff is definitely impactful. So
yeah. Because where
Right.
this could be a refuge for spirits is now becoming
Well, it sounds
something
like tonight
something is
will
hunting
either
them.
be
Seems like
insane combat or some of the finest role playing that you guys have ever brought to the table. Right?
yeah, it's
I hope-
definitely
yeah.
definitely going to be eye opening one way or the other.
Okay. Go ahead. Please take your third hero point and your third hero card draw. Would anybody like to answer the Factspiration question? If so, please roll a d20 into chat. You'll get a d3. You can add any d20 roll, and you can ask the same question of any willing PC or any NPC you met during your adventure. I've never seen you roll better in my life, Wes, than you roll for these Factspirations.
It's the only thing I can do.
The only
no.
thing you had. The captain slapped it out of
Oh
your
no,
hand.
Jade rolled twice.
Just to make
I
sure.
don't
Who
know
slapped?
why it's rolling like a million times for me.
First, she knocked your ice cream cone on the ground. Then, when you
No,
looked down,
I
then
won
you
it
looked
first.
down.
and then they slapped it out of my hand. My bowl of cereal that I was gonna tell you about.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, I
Well,
definitely didn't win. It rolled like 3 or 4 times for me for some reason.
oh, you had a 6. Okay.
Well,
All right.
when I was a child, we only were allowed to have frosted, cornflakes. They weren't even frosted.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So, child.
But now, I only eat booty pops.
Let me see. Motel booty pops. What? I don't want to ask. What are the? Wait. Why does it say porn flakes on the side of the box?
You said any universe. You said any universe.
I did. I saw this Rick and Morty episode. What am I talking about? All right. You don't have to explain anything. We just wanted brand recognition, so we're good. Okay. Go. I'll give you your Factspiration die. You may ask the same question of any willing PC or any NPC you've met during your adventure.
Violet. The only one.
Oh my god. Whenever you say that, I'm like, no one in the group's named Violet. What? Oh,
yeah.
All right, her. Let's see. I'm gonna try to just keep it to cereals that I'm familiar with. As a kid,
But it's just the porn flakes, right?
There's porn flake there. Yeah.
I think as a kid it was definitely Fruit Loops. It's definitely Fruit Loops. Got holes in them. You know, when you have a broken one, you could put the broken one in the not broken one's hole. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. They're fruity. You know, it's a whole thing.
had this option, but it was only on a T-shirt.
Oh my
So-
god.
I couldn't. It's really fitting. It's really
Yeah. Well,
funny.
one night, the two of you got real high, and you went and bought all the breakfast cereal from the commissary that they had. And then that's, I guess, when you guys revealed that you know what your favorite cereals were.
Mhm.
As an adult, just to be difficult and fancy, she likes parfaits, and she considers a parfait a cereal, and she wants to argue about it. Yep.
Do these have granola in them?
Well, yeah, I mean, a good parfait has granola in it, so it is technically it's got the same parts as a cereal.
It's fair, dairy and then
Yeah.
grain.
Yeah, and fruit. You know, like I mean,
Okay,
Yeah, so
that
she'll-
recent picture. What the fuck is the point of the bowl at that point?
I don't know, but the guy kind of looked like Isaac if he was like
Get it
tattooed.
closer.
So I-
Get it closer to your mouth, right? Like you're in the big bowl.
Oh,
you
wow.
scoop the little
Dip
bowl in it.
yourself
You get
okay,
it halfway between,
so what I'm
and then you have the little
picturing.
bowl on a stick that you eat it.
So we got Kenny G playing in the background. Violet gets back to your apartment. She finds one Fruit Loop by the front door. And then she,
She got to follow it.
she
Yeah,
follows the trail into the, and then there you are, a bowl of Fruit Loops. Bro, why can't someone love me like that?
yeah. You gotta give them
Yeah.
what they love. You know what I mean?
Damn,
Yeah.
Cammy is a lucky woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, she's always finding me naked, covered in Fruit Loops.
Bro, remember how I said we needed 3 hours of professionalism?
My
We gotta-
bad.
Yeah, we gotta get through it. We gotta get through
No,
it.
you
All right.
said you were going to be professional.
I said
Yeah.
I wanted his help.
You said this is a family-friendly stream. That went out the window
Yeah,
in 5
it's helping
minutes.
you by providing contrast.
By 2026 standards, it is pretty family friendly.
Yeah.
All
Mm.
right. So let's keep going. Does anybody want to draw from the Fanspo Hero deck? Prices have allegedly gone down. Not on my channel. I still have the schedule from 8 months ago on my Twitch channel. But listen, the prices are going to go down. Hold a little bit longer. The market's going to shift. I swear to God.
How many do we have right now?
Yeah.
I can't
I think we have
number.
2.
Yeah. You have 2.
This has the potential
guarantee-
to be quite.
I guarantee you'll get at least one before next week, because I'm gonna test out that it's working on my own stream. So
I think we should maybe draw
Usually.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just in case negotiation goes out, or maybe you'll get the
or maybe
charisma
it'll be
one.
like charisma. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'm gonna do a little shuffle down here. A little truffle shuffle. There we go. And then we're gonna throw the beating away. Get out of here.
Do
Beating.
you like replace the cards every time,
No.
or do you
this is-
draw until it's
until
empty?
the deck
and then-
runs out. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
All right. The
I
paladin.
like that art.
Yeah. All right. So the paladin is lawful good. Boy, it's the only one I haven't had to look up to make sure. Let's see. He's also shrimp.
Till he abandons his oath and becomes a barbarian.
Standing firm in adversity and doing what is right, even at a great cost. Like my friend Richard Daly's paladin, who died defending the little keep on the borderlands against a boule. Rest in peace, buddy. So foolhardy persistence is the other part of it. So it all checks out. All right. I think you guys have strength buff from last week.
Yeah. 'cause of the
So
beating.
I took mine off.
oh, okay. Then I will add it back on for you guys. Boop. There we go. And with that, we can return to a world of fantasy and adventure. Let's see. Here we go. I'll put you guys outside the tree dungeon so that you may scheme, plot before you return to the queen. But if you're like, nah, we're ready, then wait for this map to load, and then I'll load the other map, and you can go talk to the queen.
For my A Shield for Others spell, it says heightened ±1. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to say.
It should be equal to. half your level is the rank of it when you cast it.
Okay. We'll see if
I
that
haven't
happens.
revisited those with my slightly better Pathfinder Foundry programming skills. So for now we'll just mental math it out still. But I'm not sure if that was supposed to like cause it to trigger the rank to be half of your level. I don't know, maybe. So yeah, I'll leave. You have the room. Hero huddle. Hawk of the Silver Wind respects the hero huddle. He will scamper off to take a wee in the bushes. Unless you needed to talk to him, then he'll come back. Let me change out some music here.
The green status that I have. Do we remember what that meant?
I think you did. Did you get diseased also during the fight? But I didn't put disease on you.
I was affected by like the cloud, but I thought that was it. I didn't think that I caught the actual like disease. But unless if one happens, then the other happens.
Yeah, I think you might have been the first one that got affected, so I didn't reveal what it was. But then Jade got like 3 stacks of it, so it was at that point I was like, well, probably need to track this a little bit better. So we started to reveal what it actually did.
Yeah, Jade's doing a die.
Yeah. So I'll put this sanguinary disease out. You can have it too. Go.
Hell yeah.
So will it take an hour to get back to town? Or to get back?
To the lady? Yeah, sure. It could take an hour.
Okay, because sickened only lasts an hour because I only had level 1 sanguinary disease.
Oh, about that. What it means by 1 hour is that after an hour, you will have to make a new save to see if you get worse.
All right, I guess it's saving throw time then.
All right.
What the fortitude it says.
And I guess since you guys got infected, you did go down into the earth. Take care of a haunt. Break a curse. Bring some cursed money back up. Get some healing. So yeah. Let me line up all the disease. All right, so we got a diseased, and we got Captain Disease. Where's Captain Disease at? Oh, she hiding under this sexy boy. There you go. Okay.
I think technically she's being carried by him.
All right, I need anybody else got a disease? This is a safe place you could admit if you have one. No? Nobody?
Would the doc have enough time to give us the
I'm supposed to be good at fortitude, goddammit.
Wow.
I'm gonna re-roll that shit.
That's a good choice. Isaac, would you have enough alchemist slots to make them anti-plagues? Or
I currently have 5, so I would. So, and how many people would
3.
need it?
3.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we could do.
Okay, and then the anti-plague provides. You make what, a letter? Is that what you make still?
Yeah.
That's the level 1 version.
Mm-hmm.
The moderate is level 6, so I guess you're like close, but not there yet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I will throw anti-plague effect onto the 3 of you. It won't change anything for anyone except Jade, who needed it the most. Songbo, you succeeded, so you are no longer diseased at all. Congrats.
Woo!
I have I have a vaccine also. I don't know if that would like.
Yeah, give me that 5G.
Is specific to a particular disease. So let's see. But as an alchemist, you could just make this shit, right? A vaccine grants a creature immunity to a specific strain of disease of a level equal to or less than the vaccine's level. Oh, that's the
3.
Level 6.
Fuck. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah.
That.
All right.
Nice. 0 point well spent.
Hell yeah. Okay, so let's see. Cloudhoof, you are no longer diseased, and Captain, you are back down to 2 out of 5 disease, which is good.
And
Did
enfeebled
I
still
need
sticks
to roll
around
up
till
fortitude
whenever,
then?
right?
What? Oh no, you did roll it, right? You failed, but
Yeah.
but we didn't apply Isaac's thing to you yet, so you would have actually succeeded.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah. And we'll assume that Rallying Anthem was also going. Like as soon as he felt that hour was about to come up, like
Just playing music in the background.
and boy started hyping you up, real healthy music.
Just some loading vibes.
just lo-fi to be undiseased with, just in the background. Okay.
Just getting some percussions from you guys vomiting.
So we do need to keep an eye on the clock for Jade. We will be checking back on Captain Jade in 1 hour. See how things are going.
Until then, I'm probably just so meek and tired that Carlos is just gonna have to continue to hold me, I guess.
I guess so. All right. This is his burden to bear. He's too wholesome, or I would have said that he turned to Captain Isaac and made like the scheming Shrek face. You know what I'm saying? After he said it was his burden, but he would never do that.
He's a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
It occasionally feels like you're being held by 3 arms.
Cause his bow is like slung on his shoulder in an awkward way. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Family friendly.
See.
I gotta ask, what is how do you get rid of enfeebled again? I just.
Oh, okay. So an enfeebled, it depends on how you got it. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Hold on.
I like how Cloudhoof just like Pokemon collects negative status effects. That's my favorite part of that.
He has a good fort save too. Like it's just,
that's the thing. Yeah. It's just the roll is just at the wrong time.
I
Right.
think we got it from Mayrin was the ghost that fight. I think so.
Oh right.
I think she was doing enfeebling stuff.
All right. So
I believe so.
All right.
Is that what the
or screaming whale or whatever it was
circling so many of you are?
Enfeebled one. Nah, it's gone. It's gone. It was only for a minute.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So clear that off of everybody.
Because that would have affected the rolls too for the medicine check.
Yeah.
Get that off
for the fortitude save. It was.
Yeah.
If it's been an hour, we can probably all be healed.
Yes, we will assume that everybody is also at full health.
Actually, scratch that. Those were fort saves, not any type of strength checks. So
fort save would be affected by drained, which drained is a direct decrease of your constitution, so it also drops your HP. Your max and current HP gets dropped.
Yeah.
Drained is a nasty stat effect
too.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you guys have rested, you're feeling a little bit better. You've also gotten some intel from Puck of the Silver Wind. He's definitely in a tough spot because he's sworn into the service of this woman. But also he wants to go on adventures so he can show hot girls his invisible fedora. Not an innuendo, literally what he's after. So yeah, I mean it's tough. It's tough out there. But she does have your crew, and you guys did agree to do this work for her, and she did agree that if you did this work for her, she would be open to further negotiations with you.
I'm gonna offer her Govley's hand in marriage.
Okay, it's a strong thing to lead with. All right, should I take you guys back over there, or are you going to do some random exploration of this here ancient Fey forest?
Get into more shenanigans? Yeah, probably not.
Do we want to tell her? Do we want to tell her that the person wasn't actually here to hurt them, or do we want to go with what she was feeling, which was angry, and be like, "You're right, she was, but we stopped her." Which way do we think is best here? Which approach?
Tend to tell her the truth of the matter.
All right, so when we need to run, what is our plan? Do we know where our ship is? Is our ship still grabbed by vines?
I want to slip one of those cold iron bars under my belt so I could turn it into a fist weapon if need be.
That feels like maybe something that could be discovered and used as an excuse to kill us. We were told, I'm fairly certain, that we would be allowed to take this stuff with us so that it wouldn't be here anymore.
No, all they told us was that they wouldn't kill our crew. That is the only thing they promised us. Yeah,
I think we offered to take the cold iron away from here. I wonder how much of what goes on inside him the tree is aware of. Because he knew that she was dead. And he knew that he didn't feel well. Does he know what we talked to her about? I think Goldleaf's right. I think we tell the truth. And I think we offer to take the cold iron away with us.
At the very least, we said that we would be getting rid of the cold iron. So whether that's taking it with us or chucking it off the side of this island, that accomplishes that task.
And I think that Puck kind of wants to come with us. I think that we frame that in letting Puck keep an eye on us. Be like, we're going to take this cold iron with us to get it away from here. But to ensure that we don't have any nefarious means on it, you should send Puck to watch us or something like that.
Well,
I think it's important that we start building up allies.
But you should try to make him an ally. We should also try to explain that there's a lot of potential bad she's causing here.
Oh, of course. There's the situation that she is, well, exacerbating. Probably needs to be handled in a different way. And I mean, we do have I
think we need to be careful how we approach that.
Right.
Because she is being targeted by the Wizard Council. Like we figured that out. Like that definitely is actually happening.
Yes.
So I feel like maybe saying, well, you just need to calm things down a notch probably isn't going to be well received. Do we inform her that they are also our enemies and that we wish to sort of form a spearhead against them?
Oh, that was already made clear. When we were resting in the grove, I recounted what we had been encountering since we formed our merry little crew. So, us being enemies of the state, that's already been known. But also the enemy of my enemy is my ally, my friend, etc., etc. And we would have a legitimate reason to claim this cold iron. If they can't handle it, they would at least like to have people who could, because we have run into people of the council who have interactions with fiends, and they don't like cold iron.
You see that Callista Forge is raising her hand.
Yes.
She says, "Well, I am a skilled craftsman with all metals. I am trained in the processing and working of cold iron."
Well, that would be useful. Isaac, when I brought up fiends, I'm not saying that we ever use this on violets. If there's any other fiends that they send after us, we can shove it into them. Also, we've encountered fiends with the Dawnbeak Raiders too, so...
No, I'm fairly certain that Isaac wants to handle the shoving in of things when it comes to Violet. I think I heard him talk about that.
It's true. It's true. I say it when I'm sleeping usually.
I'll leave that in your very capable hands. Or
No,
appendages.
Bree has her small hand raised.
Yes.
She's so stinking cute.
She put her two pointy fingers together in front of her heaving bosom, and she says, I think you should hold on to the cold iron because I think the Archmage is definitely going to send demons and devils and stuff after you because you stole his research notes and killed his assistants and freed all his lab experiments and
Oh, 100%.
We've already seen at least 2 demons he's hired. So.
Oh.
So we definitely have
That's true, but this gives us a good reason from the Queen's viewpoint, this is a good reason why we should keep it rather than it should be thrown over the side. Because letting us keep it is a risk on her end. Because what if something happens and we want to fight her later? Or any of her people or anything like that? That's a risk. But if we frame this instead as we need this cold iron so that we can kill the minions of the enemy that is also your enemy, I feel like that makes her a lot more likely to support that decision.
Correct.
We should phrase we have these individuals that are all the reborn with us. Frame them, that they should offer refuge to the reborn just to deny the city them. Enemy of our enemy situation.
I'm worried that'll have the opposite effect of making them even more interested in taking this place.
Well,
if they allow the spirits to stay here and become reanimated on this island, they won't know. They don't have people here. I was saying that if they allow the spirits to be, because right now they're chasing away the spirits. We were told that, and we kind of saw that horrified expression.
Kalos, he raises his hand and looks at you, Claudia.
Yes, Kalos.
Do you mean like to keep this place a secret sanctuary?
Yes, it's already pretty well kept. Aside from those few, the Mage Society, not many of us know of this place. At least I didn't.
Perhaps, but we're only one zone away from Terranathus. They could stumble upon it.
Maybe sort of how the Minotaurs have like a underground skyway, if you will, from the Stone Quarter to their city. Maybe we could form something similar to take return to that awaken here either that city or our base.
We don't have a whole lot
because they don't like the returned here.
Yes,
she made that pretty clear.
They're unnatural to the overall scheme of nature.
If we still let her kick them out, but we let them return here first, we can sell that as depriving her enemies of another thing that they want.
So GM asking, so you're basically going to be like, hey, we will make arrangements to pick up any return that spawn here. Please stop killing / throwing them over the side.
Yes.
If anything,
and we're going to frame the reason why that's good for her as it keeps them away from the
becoming soldiers for Terranathus. It is close.
Gotcha. You kind of frame it that her enemies, the wizards, they want these returned. And you guys you're weaponizing them against them, basically.
Yeah, and the more that are able to return here are not able are people that aren't returning in Terranathus under the wizard's control.
Gotcha.
We could even let them know that the Deku tree keep calling Deku tree. The great tree has expressed interest in housing these spirits.
I mean, if you looked on his driver's license, his species is definitely Deku tree, but
so he could house the spirits until they find a body, or if they do find a body. That way, they're at least kept in one place. They're not. And who knows, if the more nature things they inhabit, they could help rebuild this place. That's more nature energy that's being returned here.
True.
Kind of have to have the cycle of rebirth, even on a smaller scale, if we're following druidic cycles.
Do you guys want to roll any checks to try to back yourselves up mechanically before you go, or do you feel confident?
Yeah,
that you
I'm
can-
I'll do recall knowledge of that. Not that I have a whole lot of knowledge of that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna try.
Okay. Let's see. Your recall knowledge on the topic of just everything that you've been talking about here. So obviously, nature is going to be a huge one there. Religion as well. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So overall, gold leaf and vetch, there's a lot of things at play here. So many things at play that you're not really able to draw strong enough conjecture between them. So you're just running off vibes. You don't have misinformation, but you just don't have anything useful to add to the discussion. Cloudhoof, with your check, you are confident in your assertions that druidic magic, which does feature reincarnation, is backed by Pharasma, the ultimate goddess of death among all Galarian deities, including the Egyptian gods of death and all the others. Like, this bitch is in charge. She calls the shots, but she also understands that some cultures, some people, some species, reincarnation is an important part of the journey of life, and that they are not so much denying death as their soul has a longer path to tread, right? But you do also feel that these fey creatures, especially the queen, her knee-jerk reaction to this, and what you know about the return so far, this is not a natural thing. And if this sort of thing was happening back in Galarian, even though you've never been there, but from what you've heard and read, agents of Pharasma would be all over this. Like, they would not be okay with this. Like, they would be trying to find an answer, because it is very unnatural. Like, these are not souls that were necessarily meant for reincarnation, or this type of reincarnation. So her feelings as a nature spirit, as a fey creature, as an otherworldly being, to feel repulsed by this, disgusted by this, maybe even fearful of this, while it's not the best reaction, she's coming by it honestly. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And yeah. So that's kind of your take on it, and you are very confident in this information.
Agents of harassment will be all over this. Like a certain awakened snake that we know of.
And I will say this, that Pharasma is a pretty big deal all over Galarian. She was not a big deal in Terranathus. She was not one of the major deities that was, kind of worshipped and revered and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that could possibly be, one, wizards don't give a shit about that. Two, elves don't give a shit about, Pharasma for the most part. And then the people of Tian Sha, like, they have their own beliefs about life and death and rebirth and stuff like that. So, she really didn't have much ground to stand on, I guess. So she wasn't really that popular overall. So
Okay. So it's kind of a double-edged sword trying to use this as a bargaining chip.
the reason you do the check is so that you have, like you have your initial vibes, but now you have your learning and experience to kind of temper it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So yeah. So, but of the three people that rolled, you're the only one that was able to draw that conjecture. Yeah, of the 14 major deities of Terranathus, she's not even on the list.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But from what I know, were the druid or fae folk, were they followers?
No. They would believe more in, nature itself and that sort of thing. But again, because of that, and because of her great wisdom and tolerance, et cetera, she understands that, again, not all souls are meant to just live and die. Like, some souls are meant, it's written into fate that they will live again and again and again until they do the thing that they need to do. It's very complicated.
Gotcha.
Pharasma's weird hangups are explained in the same way that, like, the Christian God is. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, God gave that baby cancer because he wanted to test you and teach you a lesson and show you how much he loved you. That kind of thing. It's like, Pharasma thinks that this skeleton's okay, even though all the other skeletons aren't okay, but that's her business. We can't question that. It's that kind of thing.
Their plan is ineffable.
Yeah, exactly. The reason that she has her own undead working for her, even though she's anti-undead, is because these undead are special undead that are needed to deal with the other undead. You wouldn't understand it's Pharasma stuff. So yeah, it's complicated. But
Gotcha.
what's not complicated is that the Fae would think that this is unnatural, and it is. Period.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So those are well found. It's not that she thinks it's that way. To her, it really is that way.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha. Okay.
You guys ready?
All right, Goldleaf, I hope you've been taking notes, because you're the convincing one. The captain, too, but the captain doesn't know how to play an instrument like you, I don't think.
I might not know how to play an instrument, but we can just chalk it up to me not feeling very well.
As you nestle into the furry, muscled basket of Callus's arms, he says, yeah, the captain's not feeling well. Maybe you should take point on this one.
All right, will do. Let's go, everybody.
All right.
Fantastic.
No pressure, bro. It's just the lives of your entire crew.
It's a life of my character.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Fuck everyone else.
There's a lot.
Yeah, that's the other thing. He's going to be predisposed to not like you because you're a return.
Goldleaf, if things go wrong, just sacrifice me. I already am sickened. I have a disease.
That's not going to happen, Captain.
But it would make the most sense.
You really want that new character, don't you?
No, it's not even that. I don't want anybody to die. So, I mean, if she does want to try to off somebody, it would make the most sense because I'm already sick? Question mark?
I can't let the captain die. I'll do it.
I mean, we've got like 5 or something.
Okay, none of you are sacrificing yourselves.
Please,
I'll sacrifice you, Goldleaf.
I volunteer as tribute.
Please, my life is awful. I got booted from my cushy job.
Oh man, you must be hella sober right now. You're starting to think about all the bad decisions you made and the good things you had in life that you threw away, and how
I had to come. Yeah. After the spores.
To come down. Yeah.
Quick, snort some more spores.
Yeah.
Just runs over and buries his face in the corpse of one of the spore monsters.
Keep the high going.
Okay. Puck, he runs ahead. He leaped to this rock. He take off his invisible fedora and he dips in a graceful bow, balanced by his long monkey-like tail. And he says, "Milady, they have returned. Victorious!" And then he does a little dance with jazz hands, and he hops from foot to foot. His tail wiggles, ears flop. It's very cute.
Lady Earlith, bow whisper,
Yes.
and he'll give
She,
a bow.
her eyes move first, and then her body starts to loosen up and move as well. She was like in very, very tree form at the time. She looks over at you and says, "I have already heard of your success. Thank you for what you did."
You're welcome. Though the circumstances surrounding what happened, it was a little bit more complicated. Captain Mayrin didn't betray you all. She was actually working to remove some elements that the Council of Terranathus was working against you all. That involved...
As you say that, vines begin to rise up in a threatening manner towards Cloud Hoof, and you guys see that the green amber inside this treant is glowing. But Irileth puts a hand up and says, "I am aware of the poison they have brought with them. It was the same poison that was corrupting Thalos of the First Ring.
Correct.
Give them a chance to explain." And you can hear deep inside Bow Whisper a sound that kind of sounds like, "Oh man," but it's more like the rumbling of like stones over trees. It kind of sounds.
I'll assure him, you really don't want to touch this stuff. I'm trying to keep it as far off the ground as possible.
Okay. And he does respect that the biggest person is holding it high above the ground. So that does go over pretty well. All right, Irilith motions for you to continue.
This poison, this cold iron, we do intend to get rid of it, though we do ask to actually take it with us. The council seems to employ fiends quite a bit, and cold iron can be used against them. So we would like to at least be able to use that in our defenses as well.
I see. You would keep the poisoned weapons for yourself.
Well, they can do with it what they want. I don't want to touch it either. I feel just a little bit nauseous near it, but nothing that's too debilitating. But yes, as we are also enemies of the state, we figure we're going to be engaging against the council quite a bit.
Ooh.
And their minions.
If anybody is watching her face while he's talking, you can go ahead and give me a perception. A sense motive, which is on your bar, but you can also just give me a sense motive.
No, I'm definitely distracted just looking at everything.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Goldleaf, you don't notice anything. Cloudhoof, you notice a menacing sneer on Irilith's face. When Goldleaf says that it makes me a little sick. However, Jade and Vetch, you notice a sort of sad acknowledgement appear on her face. It's not an angry sneer. It's a sad acknowledgement when he says that it hurt. It makes him feel a little sick. as if she knows a lot more about why that is happening, and the knowledge of that makes her very sad. All right, continue, Goldleaf.
But yes, we will take this cold iron away as quickly as possible, so that it's no longer
see.
affecting the environment here in the grove.
And why is such a powerful weapon against my people and my lands to be trusted to you?
Well, as they
Would
say,
it not be better for us to throw it over the side and be rid of it? Let the Emerald Storm consume it.
that is an option. That is true. But as they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and I don't think either of us are on friendly terms with the council. And
when you say that, you hear a rumbling from the treants, and all the trees in the grove kind of shake with his anger.
And I do believe it would be best to be used by those that can attack the minions of the council when it comes to that, because it is when, not if. We've encountered a number of different fiends, some that are employed by a certain mage amongst the council, so only a matter of time until we come across those again.
There was a time when Archmage Erevan was considered friend. Has he truly fallen so much?
I will put my hand up. That's the motion to try to speak.
Yeah, she acknowledges you.
If you need proof, and I understand needing proof with your long history with them, there is a symbol engraved on the bars of an ally of the council. So we know it was one of them, along with the ghost of the captain speaking to us.
Callista Forge, she raises a hand while looking at you, Cloudhoof. She moves closer to you and quietly says, the amount of cold iron in that shipment, if some of it was lost and that's all that remains, that would represent nearly all the remaining cold iron in Terranathus. They have no way to get more metal. The relations with the Minotaurs have fallen apart so much that if the Minotaur are finding any sort of precious metals, there's no way that they would be revealing that or thinking of trading it with the city. So what we have with us might be all that's left. And her mechanical eyes kind of like slide to look at the queen and back to you, and you know that she's talked deliberately very quietly to hopefully only be heard by you. But I kind of doesn't feel like it's her place to throw that information out for everybody, but it's like didn't occur to her till now that oh yeah, if this is from the city, if it's minted in the city, there can't possibly be that much more of it.
Yeah. And I have a thought about if you threw it over the edge. These planes have had very strange effects. And throwing it over the edge does not guarantee that it will never affect you again. a storm could pick it up and actually bring it back in even a worse form, scatter it across your island. We've seen storms pick up things far heavier than even this. I dread to think of something like that happening.
So you're
Or
saying
even if it pollutes the clouds
best
themselves.
to know where it is.
And have promises that it will not be used against you.
Promises made to me. Promises best kept.
Anyone who deals with the Fae knows there are very enforcing of their deals.
All right. Is this the boon you ask of me in return for the favor that you've granted? Initially, you had discussed a temporary sanctuary against our mutual enemies and the possible discussion of future trade. But if you would prefer to keep this poisonous metal as your trophy, I will allow it.
Well, I don't think the other matters are off the table. We could benefit quite a bit from us working together.
Naman the Ever-Winding has spoken highly of you in your absence. And your actions have proven heroic, resilient, and kind. I am open to hear what else you would say. I also acknowledge that my servants do not agree with my stance on the returned. But they are not aware of the depths of perversion and harm associated with this process.
It is something that we are investigating ourselves. As we had mentioned before, the daughter of Sun Shadow is amongst our crew. In looking for her father, and also in looking into this matter as well. Hopefully they'll be able to bring forth some type of conclusion or solution to all this. And we also encountered an agent of Pharasma who, through some connection with the goddess, also sees a concern with the returned and is assisting us in this matter as well.
She listens intently.
Though, along those lines, I would like to ask for clarification. What is happening with some of the return that are on the island? I figure there would be more here.
She seems like she's trying really hard to kind of like control her emotions. In response to her emotions, Bow Whisper, the treant, his heartstone's glowing, like trees and the bushes are all kind of like rustling as if a great wind is passing through. But she closes her eyes and lets out a slow, exceedingly slow, steadying breath. More a gesture than a true need to breathe in a traditional sense. And she says, none of you are aware of what has happened during your reincarnation.
I do not know the exact details. One moment I was dying on the streets. Next thing I know, I was waking up in a pile of leaves. I have no recollection of what happened in between that time.
The woman who brought the cold iron here, when she was passing on, she looked terrified at the last second. Something is there. Something's waiting.
You see the Urleth's eyes totally focused on you, watching you, listening to your words. And she is correct. I know not what haunts the souls of the dead, but whatever it is, those souls who escape from it are driven by a fear powerful enough that it allows them to consume lesser souls and steal their bodies. Each and every returned that has come back as a living thing, she says, looking over at Callista Forge and Berg McLovin, has done so at the cost of the soul that dwelt there before.
How do you explain the hamburger? There was a soul in the hamburger?
No, some souls are... She looks thoughtful. What is a word? Ingenious enough to make anything work. But some are too desperate for a place to hide. Perhaps in their terror, they don't even realize what they're doing. And when she says that, she looks balefully at you, Goldleaf, and then over to Vetch, Bree, and Jade.
Queen Irilith. Might I have an idea or proposal that might be more agreeable? I
will listen to what you have to say. But know this, I have seen too many of my children, of those who put their trust in me, of my friends and family, lost to this process. One moment themselves, and the next another, confused, frightened, unaware of what they've done. And the souls that were are simply no more. They are denied their true reincarnation. They are denied an afterlife. They are consumed, lost. So please, tread carefully. on this topic.
Jade
Using
begrudgingly slides out of Callus's arms and walks over to the pool and looks up at Irilith with a tear in her eye because, she's learning all of this information for the first time too. And she says, I never meant to take anybody's soul. Is there not anything that we can do for those that are lost? I didn't mean for this to happen.
Her mouth is kind of grim set, and she is unmoving as you kind of say this. And behind you, you hear the adorable but incredibly heart-wrenching sobs of Bree as she thinks about the little mouse whose soul she obliterated.
Jade's gonna run over to Bree and scoop her up and give her a hug.
She just sobs, just body shaking, slobbery, like boogers, like it's real bad.
That's okay, I got a tail.
Right, Cloudhoof. Say.
Would it be possible, using your wood shaping skills, to create empty vessels for these souls to house? If something is humanoid shaped, they might feel more of a pull to it, familiarity.
Seems very thoughtful, but engaged with your idea. A whisper says, perhaps if there were hosts of bone, stone, long dead wood, perhaps then the animals, the leshy, be spared. He looks very thoughtful. Says, I do not know enough about the souls of mortals to guide them towards these vessels. I would need the assistance of someone trained in the necromantic arts to serve as a advisor, help us with this process.
What about Priest Sticky Snake? Would they do something like that? I mean,
Maybe from a knowledge base, but I don't know if they have abilities
together.
as an awakened
She
animal.
said she has no actual powers.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah.
what about
She's
anybody
literally
in
just a snake who has been tasked by Pharasma to solve this crisis in another dimension.
Yep.
Do we know of any of the captain of the undead crew? Actually,
Yep,
Do we
Yeah,
that's
know
well,
what-
that?
that's
that's who I was
Skelebrosif.
thinking.
He just is a skeleton. He was some sort of spellcaster, I think.
Well, I was thinking of the pirate crew, the undead pirate crew. If any of those were necromantic, I mean,
I think the captain.
I mean, they are.
The captain was for sure a warlock, so he definitely had some, undead adjacent spells before becoming dead. He definitely has mastery over undeath now. Skelebrosif is technically trained in the he's classically trained wizard. So, back when they had schools, he was classically trained mage, so it was all 8 schools of magic. He had no restrictions.
Problem is, he's a mage.
Vetch thinks about what drew him to his body, and
But
he's
he's not a mage affiliated with Terranathus. Remember, he came here through
True.
terrible circumstances.
True. I'm just
Yeah.
hoping they don't have a blanket kill all mages on sight order.
Vetch, you were
propose it.
saying?
He thinks about what drew him to his body, and he just ponders on the moment that he came into realization, and he was just chowing on some moldering nachos in a dumpster. He's just it's like, I don't know if that's significant. That feels disconnected.
So in Animal Crossing, when you haven't played in a while, you get cockroaches in your house, and then you have to kill them. And when you kill them, a little cockroach ghost floats up out of the corpse. And that's kind of like what happened when you took over the cockroach body. It was definitely it was some low hanging fruit, bro. Cockroach don't have a very strong soul.
He didn't get very lucky on that selection, but yeah, he took what he could find.
Listen, I think you did better than a hamburger.
How does it stay together is my biggest question. How does the bun not fall off?
You could ask him. Yes, you could always.
Toothpick.
Secret sauce.
Damn. Why are you giving away his secrets, Captain? Why are you giving away his secrets? It is a toothpick. That is the answer.
That raises even more questions.
His toothpick should be like one of the sword toothpicks, and then it's like a backup weapon if he ever needs it.
He'll fight you with his spine.
But in all seriousness, I mean, if you could bring up the fact that we have a mage that's not of Terranathus that may know, and offer try to ask if they want. If we sent them here, would they be okay with that? I mean, ask them. It can't hurt to ask at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But are we okay with giving up Skelebrosa for a while?
We're just gonna continue putting.
He's
off
a
his
grown
side
man.
quests.
He can make his own decision.
I'd kept him sidelined for most of it.
I just wanted to go to the library, but no, these fuckers keep taking me everywhere.
Yeah, well, you don't know what he's getting up to right now as the camera cuts to him.
And Meow making out.
No, they're way past that. They're doing like Sudoku, bro. Like they're figuring out some math. Yeah, they're doing some math puzzles together. Yeah, when your physical body is not really down for anything, those mental activities, they hit a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? Like after that, they put a puzzle together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mental intimacy.
Yeah, 1,000-piece puzzle, cooperative. Mhm. Anyways, back to you guys.
But yeah, I don't think it would hurt to at least mention it.
Okay.
Me to do it, or you want you to do it, or
But yeah, I mean, sure, yeah, go for it.
we do have a mage who is not of Terranathus. Start that off. Who may know of such skills.
Where did you acquire such a mage? Are they a Jathun?
No.
Are they a
He's
pirate from that Port Eclipse place?
That's where he ended up, yes.
Ended up?
Well, before we found
Well,
him.
I think he had traveled beforehand and has ended up there before we found him.
A
and brought him.
planeswalker. Truly, he must be a powerful mage.
He says so.
He seems to be very knowledgeable. And
Is there anything about him that we should be prepared for that may come as a shock?
He is a skeleton.
Our whisper says, all the undead are evil. They are tortured spirits of the damned, either refusing to die through their sheer maliciousness or forced into the corpses and made to perform dark deeds.
Have you heard of the term nerd before? I think that better describes him than evil.
They both nod. They both nod.
sometimes one's aspirations exceed their intelligence. They're not necessarily a bad person, just things happened, and they have to deal with the consequences.
Now, is this person returned, or are they a skeleton through other means?
I think actually other means. I'm not entirely sure.
No, yeah, he's not a return. He was a wizard, and then he
So
had a
he
bunch of sort
died,
of.
and then his cruel, selfish spirit refused to accept death, reanimating his corpse for vengeance.
No, he's a pretty chill guy.
Again, nerd.
Yeah, he just wants. He had a lot of sort of like plane hopping adventures going on. There were other people. I don't think they made it. He's
Was he
just
just
sort
too
of.
stubborn to die or something?
I think it's probably closer to that. Yeah.
Oh.
Wanted to learn more. To a point that he didn't want to die, just learn more.
His precision
Well, if he
knowledge.
causes any problems at all, as a sign of good faith, we will not destroy him. We will simply entomb him in stone until you return.
That
Great.
works.
Yeah, I was gonna say throw him in a box, like whatever works.
That's fair. That's fair. We still need to check and make sure that he's
Or
willing.
I might just feed him to Pookie Snooky. Though eventually she would digest the bones, so we'll just imprison him in stone if he's a problem.
I think the threat of that will likely keep him in line.
If he has to be eaten for some reason, at least keep the skull out. I'm pretty sure that even if something happened to the rest of him, but his skull was still there, he'd be at least okay-ish.
Now, Shaman,
I don't-
she says, addressing Cloudhoof, you seem to think that the creation of these poppets will dissuade the fleeing spirits from crushing the souls of the local Leshy and animals. Yes?
Well, if you place them in an area, possibly on the edge of the island, and discourage the spirits from everywhere central, so that they're kind of driven towards the vessels.
We will take your advice and try. At your earliest convenience, if you could bring to us this great mage, that he might assist us in possible enchantments, rune magics, or rituals that would create beacons to these poppets. It would go a long way towards protecting the spirits of this island and earning my continued trust.
And those individuals, in turn, might protect your island. Thanks.
They would have a place to stay, so protecting that.
That handles one issue. Perhaps. You have
Yes,
seen
sir.
the state of this island. The stone rots and drifts away. Soon, the trees will not be able to hold this island together, and all will be cast to the wind. You had mentioned you could find more stone.
That is correct. We recently came into a stretch of land, some property. I think we can harvest some of that materials and ship it over to here. We also have learned that there is another island that deals in stone, though theirs is a little bit more particular. We're going to be learning about more about learn more about that place at a soon time. But if there's anything that comes from it that's positive, we'll definitely let you know.
Is there any way we can unhook the whole stone district and bring it over here?
I mean, in high magic, all things are possible.
We don't have that skill yet. Okay.
or the
currently
defenses, because I'm pretty sure that would piss off Terranavis.
remember so much of what happens in the elemental plane of air, the scholars, like Isaac, right, are still after 30 years unable to explain them. For example, if there is no sun and there is no moon and there is no night and there is no day and Hex is always lit, why are the underground parts of Terranathus still dark? Wouldn't they also be lit? If the islands are floating, why aren't they moving? What's anchoring them in place? Are they anchored in place? If the plane is infinite, maybe everything is moving, but we don't realize it. And so on and so forth.
The game
We've heard
designer
that
that's doing
the
all the coding is like, stop asking questions, bro. Just take it.
Right. Like if it's infinite, and if gravity, this is where it really gets confusing. If gravity is caused by the magnetic pole to the center of Galarian, how does gravity work here? Why is there gravity? And does it work the same way? Is Terranathus upside down? Can it be upside down if the plane is infinite in all directions? And how can the plane be infinite in all directions, but yet if you travel far enough, you'll reach a different elemental plane or a para-elemental plane?
And this is all the stuff those nerds kept asking about. So I summoned a baddie from a different dimension.
So it's like straight up, like the science got too eldritch for you, and you just fucked out. You were just like, nah, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't give a shit why gravity works.
He
Who
answered the
cares?
real questions about life.
There's so many other things to ask.
How much can the body consume of the
Yeah.
drug?
Exactly. You should have been a scholar, Goleaf.
It's like, do the drugs change your perception of the perceived light?
They changed my perception. That's for sure.
In that same way, you guys have been to hexes that have ambient grayness, ambient darkness, right? Like, how does light work there? Why would light work if it's always dark, right? Wouldn't always dark imply that no light would be able to make a difference, et cetera, et cetera? I mean, again, these nerds, they've been spending 30 years just trying to figure out the basics.
Yeah.
And then people like Floof, when you guys try to ask them about stuff, everything's just kind of like vibes. You know what I mean? Even their measurements of time are just vibes. Like, how much time did it feel like? I guess.
And we're all just talking about one layer. There's still 2 other layers of this plane, and no idea how the fuck that shit works.
Right. So as all this is kind of passing through your minds, Irilith is listening to you talk about the stones, and she says, there are many problems that need to be solved. Not just for me, but for you, and for the people of Terranathus. I would like to know, and you are under no obligation to tell me, but what is your purpose? Why are you bound together? And where are you heading?
That's a very good question. Well, as I stated before, we were assembled under the task to retrieve Sun Shadow. So we at least are going to attempt to accomplish that. Hopefully other answers can be found along the way.
And as we form camaraderie and we have several of our friends who are returned, we wish to help them understand themselves.
I mean, we also have a friend who's currently dying. Maybe.
Yes, the gargoyle. Our gargoyle friend. Yes.
I sort of owe these people a life debt because they saved me and my friends.
Yes.
What is wrong with your gargoyle? Is it the same affliction that all the gargoyles of Terranathus have been affected?
Correct.
Yeah.
He is one of the guardians of the city. Well, the lesser numbers of them, they're not so much guarding the city anymore, but they're all being afflicted by this ailment that may be adjacent to the returned phenomenon as well. Unfortunately, he is currently unconscious at the moment back at our property.
He's been unconscious for quite some time.
Hmm.
We keep feeding him mud. But
Gargoyles are creatures of stone. You say you know of a person or place that can create or produce stone?
We've heard
Yes.
of a ranch that's out in the plane of air. They seem to be able to make stone from organic matter.
Her brow furrows, being a living wood creature, right? And she says, "It is not a gargoyle, living stone. Would this person then be possessed of the skills and knowledge to help?"
Possibly.
In all honesty, Goldleaf just shrugs. He has no idea.
We hope so.
but be fair, none of us are brick mason, so we're not exactly sure what we need to do to help. And we don't know if they would even be able to help.
I'll
We've
whisper.
met gargoyles
Says,
who are
there are bad pirates who do bad things and wear masks like birds.
The Dawnbeak
Many
Raiders.
of them are gargoyles, but they do not smell of the disease that the Terranathus gargoyles bear.
Indeed, I was actually about to bring that up. The Dawnbeak Raiders. We've learned that quite a number of them are gargoyles. We actually have encountered one of their ships and their captain, who is a gargoyle. We strong-armed them to surrender to us, and well, they have sympathy for our companion as well, so at least that is keeping them in our good graces.
they appear to be native to this plane, so they are not affected by the sickness.
Bow Whisper says, yes, gargoyles are elemental spirits of earth, but they can fly. Their home plane is ill-suited for their hearts. Many leave for this place.
Well, as we said, hopefully along this journey we'll be able to find answers that can help many number of people. Returned gargoyles, the oppressed, etc., etc.
Irilith, with her high wisdom, seems very like she's been kind of slowly digesting all the information. And she says, it seems that you have two pressing issues. One is your sick friend. The other is finding this sun shadow who will be able to shed some light upon this return phenomenon and perhaps lead to a solution.
That's the plan.
It sounds to me like any other pursuits would just keep you from what is most important.
While that is true, um, it wouldn't be a far stretch to say that you need some type of power, influence, uh, companions in order to make things work. We're a relatively small crew. We're building allies. We're upgrading ourselves, but in the grand scheme of things, we're up against a council of mages. We're up against a fleet of pirates. Looking for allies where we can, who share similar interests and outlooks as us, is something that we're trying to do.
You feel that pursuing more allies is in service to your two primary goals?
Allies may have information.
Allies will also help us build strength, and we know that one of our goals leads to a Jethun city.
She looks up at that and she says, we live in great and continued fear that the Jathum will take an interest in this island, in this forest, and those that dwell here. They have no respect for any who are not Jathum. All other creatures are objects to them.
So believe me, I'm
Treasures
aware.
to be collected and traded and discarded. She kind of nods at you like, oh, she gets it. Bow Whisper says, but even the Jathum fear something greater than themselves. This plane is ruled by a true god, a primal, a being older than the gods, old as creation.
Do you know of this being? What is it called?
I know not what names have been given to it, but I sense it all around us. It is this place as much as it is the ruler of this place. But what is obvious to a sparrow is often missed by the eldest tree. This being is old, large. I imagine that we are as fleas on a deer. Only if we begin to bite in great number would it take notice.
I think we've heard something similar to that before. Though it's more likely that the city of Terranathus would be the ones to draw its ire. Hopefully there's just no collateral that's along the way.
Irilith nods and says, well, whatever it is the truth of the element of wind. And as such, it likely finds things from the prime material to be distasteful. I know that in the first world, prime materials don't last very long. Once they are discovered, they are removed or consumed.
Well, I think that's quite the reason for us to band together. To at least have some kind of united front in case something comes for us.
There is a deep sort of from the tree, and you think maybe he's laughing at you. He says, when such a being turns its ire upon you, it does not matter how many of your flying ships or your armies you can assemble. They will be as nothing, as leaves in a hurricane.
There are many stories and legends of mortals rising up against gods. I don't see why that can't happen again.
Bro, okay. Irolith,
This is Goldleaf. He is a crazy
can you
person
go ahead?
when it comes
Can
to
you give me?
adventures.
Can you give me a performance or a diplomacy for how big your balls are right now? Just
I'll do so.
Okay.
Got a big pair of acorns growing there.
Yeah, right. Man, level 5, saying he gonna kill a true god, ancient primal. All right, let's see it.
Yeah, and this isn't even D&D where you get that big old power boost at level 5.
Oh, saw that nat 20, and then it flopped. The flop.
I will. Yeah, fuck it. I'll use a hero point to reroll. See
Oh,
what
dang.
happens.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, everybody here, you can't help but kind of shudder a little bit, like at the confidence of this guy, at his belief in you, his allies, and your ability to fucking kill an elder god.
We were almost killed by plague birds. Like,
Yes, but he's so confident right now that you're like, well, we could do it.
There's
Maybe.
legends of heroes every day. It just takes a little bit of power of belief and just not quitting. You may think that Goldleaf is delusional.
Irithel looks at you favorably, like, ooh, this guy pretty cool. This is a cool guy. He knows what's up. Yet, she also says, if you truly cared about your safety, the safety of your loved ones, and the city of Terranathus, and this island and its inhabitants, you would prioritize finding a way to return the city and its orbiting isles back to Galeria.
Before something smacks them out of the sky. Duly noted.
Correct.
I mean, alternatively, the other island that we found that got translocated here, it didn't feel like it didn't belong as much as Terranathus feels like it doesn't belong. So I think over time, the sort of essence of the plane perhaps seeps into the things that are here. I'm not sure any of these were ever here when the elemental plane of air first began. I think all of these things have come here since then. And the longer they're here, the more part of here they feel like. So if there was a way that we could capture and sort of infuse that essence into the city, I don't think we would need to make the city leave. We would just make it feel like it's supposed to be here.
Anybody that wants to nerd up on this, you could roll a recall knowledge check.
Oh, heck yeah.
Obviously, lower elemental plane of air would be huge. But
I don't
Oh, you mean that lore that you specifically told us we weren't allowed to take when the campaign
absolutely. All right, Cloud.
Yeah, that would be great, Crash.
I mean, what Songbow's saying sounds like it could be true, but he kind of just sounds like a blowhard right now. Kind of.
That was the exact vibe I was going for. So
Goldleaf. What he is saying is correct based on what you have heard from natives of the elemental plane of air. In the beginning, it was just air. But elements are unruly and constantly smashing up against each other, and over time, things started to mix and match a little bit. And then there is also just the unstable nature of the universe, and sometimes things end up in a different place. But things that remain do become adopted by the plane eventually.
They just have to not fuck it up in the process.
Isaac, you're not sure, but your boyfriend, he definitely sounds like he knows what he's talking about. And Songbo, you're not sure if anything you said is true or not, but you feel it in your nugs. You feel it in your nugs that I think I'm onto something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just spitballing possibilities.
Yeah.
This is going to take a lot more research.
Right now, you sound like a Facebook scientist. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you feel like one too, which is to say, incredibly correct. Incredibly correct.
There's no way it can be wrong.
Yeah. I'm sure if I researched this, it would show that I'm right. Like that's where you're at. Okay. Well, she listens intently. She seems pleased with your what you've done. She's willing to stop killing and throwing overboard essentially returned. She will try to put aside her disgust for them. It also is pretty simple to just be like, well, if you kill them, then the soul goes and tries to find another body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're just making it worse. Like blowing dandelion seeds in your yard. Kind of situation. Like I hate these dandelions, and you kick them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I'm making a wish on these dandelions that these dandelions stop growing in my yard.
Yeah. Right. So, and as a fey creature, they kind of like they seem like they got it together a lot of times, but they're also completely unaligned. So they are sometimes given to these unusual behaviors and obsessions and weird, tics and stuff like that. So, just you guys kind of talking about it with her and presenting other options, she kind of realizes like I was just making things worse. So you do reach a peaceable resolution with that. She is looking forward to meeting this powerful skeletal mage and working with them. They are interested in stone for this island. They're interested in you guys finding a solution for the return situation. And they do not like Terranathus, the council, or any of the wizards from Terranathus. This is kind of like to sum up this meeting. Interestingly enough, they don't ask for anything else from you other than to never bring that poisonous metal back here again.
Sounds good to me.
It's understandable. It's reasonable.
And they say, we will release your ship from our custody, and you're free to leave when you feel ready.
Thank you, Lady Earlith. He's gonna wade into the water a little bit. Does he still see the statue of Namon there? He's not getting too close.
You see a green eye stalk with 3 yellow eyes at the top spring out of the water.
He's not getting any closer.
You do notice that something is swimming towards you in the water. It seems to be roughly the size of a cat.
I hope it is a cat.
It surfaces in front of you. It is some sort of water dragon. And
Naman?
it speaks to you aloud with a voice. And it says, it's you and it's me. I have been given a physical form. The magics of this spring, they are powerful. The water is full of magic, and so am I.
Oh, hot damn. That was honestly a shot in the dark, and I'm glad it paid off. Or is paying off, actually.
Irilith says, much as a stone will dry in the sun, eventually the magic of these waters will fade. Naman will return to being but a statue, a representation of the idea of the goddess that was. But for now, and for an unknown time after, she will be as you see her.
Amazing.
Wonder if you opened a portal to the Feywild, would it revigorate this place?
I mean, allegedly, that's where the spring is coming from. So there is technically not a portal, but like a rift. And that rift did survive the transposition, which is quite a lot of calculus on the planar math scale.
Wow, that is pretty significant.
In fact, a planology nerd pushing up his glasses would say it's mathematically impossible, or at least highly improbable. Yeah.
What is this oath that you're talking about?
It's the oath of the Dragon Lords.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know why, but I feel like swearing an oath to you.
So Naman is mostly serpentine. Imagine like a Chinese dragon mixed with an otter. That's kind of the situation.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's a pinnacle cuteness.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, I'm glad this is all paying off. As agreed, we're still going to be working on that statue back at the Hydro Forge, but you can rest here and continue gathering your strength for the time being. We'll be back because we have at least Skelebrosif to bring back and to help Lady Earlith with some things.
When you come back with Skelebrosif, I should travel with you so I can help and see. There are places I tried to tell you about, places where water is strong, or should be. There is a place where water has fallen in love with fire.
Steam?
She nods and says, yes, there is steam, but water itself is there, and she is in love. Or he, or they, or it.
Oh, like a physical
Fire.
form of water is in love with the physical form of fire.
And
Ah.
there is a place where all the water is like soap.
Wait, a soap land?
She nods.
There's just a drip of sap that just comes out from a crack in his mask. He wipes away quickly. Interesting. Okay.
There are a great many wonders and miracles, and I would see them for myself. I would taste the waters of these rare places.
Well, that was our original
And
agreement.
with each new experience, with each new bonding to these great ideas of water, I'll grow in strength as your ally and friend.
Well, That's what we agreed to when we brought you from the sewers, so I intend to keep that through and through.
Isaac, Bubbles taps you on the shoulder, and he shows you his Prima strategy guide for Eldamon. And he shows you that some of the Eldamon, when they hit the highest level of friendship and evolution, they just turn into big titty women.
Oh,
Like, yeah, there's one that like starts as a cat, and she turns into like an S&M angel by the end. And he's like pointing, and he points over to Damon like,
yeah. I don't need sign language to know where this is going.
Oh, he nods.
I
He
w-
nods at you.
I was actually going to shame it for talking about water so much, but now I'm thirsty.
You were always thirsty.
Also, I love how we skipped. We're not doing pocket monsters. We're just doing Digimon. Pocket monsters don't exist.
Sir, legally distinct, please. It's called Eldamon, and it's a real part of the game.
That's true. That is true. They do have a side to the word.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll just give her scritches, I guess.
Okay, sure.
And like, we'll be back. Oh, and thanks for the kind words.
She says, they are words well earned. I would never lie.
Sometimes lying is good. We'll work on that.
All right, I'll see you guys back to your dashboard.
Sweet.
Mission accomplished.
I mean, it's a good thing we didn't offer Goldleaf's hand in marriage, because him being returned, I think that would really piss her off.
That's what Cal's kind of thinking when it was brought up.
But at least now we know one more piece of the puzzle. So.
All right, so that was a lot. Before we go any further, does anybody have any questions about all of the stuff that was talked about and revealed that they would like some clarification on? I will clarify only in so much as I think it would be appropriate. I won't over-explain and give you spoilers. If you're confident with what you got, that's cool too. I just know there's a lot of moving parts here, especially with it being a sandbox game. So there's things and storylines in play that you guys may never stumble upon or be a part of that are going to just be progressing in the background. So sometimes you're going to brush up against that stuff. Sometimes you're going to hear about it, but it's not relevant to you. So, I know it can feel like a lot. Like a big sandbox game like this can almost feel like real life. You know what I mean? Where just because your coworker said that they're building a deck this weekend doesn't mean you have to go build the deck. That's their thing. You know what I'm saying? But in a TTRPG experience, a lot of people feel like everything is their responsibility. Everything is the thing that they have to do.
I feel like some of this is beyond our ability to do anything about it right now. And just the sheer scope of it would kind of blow past my head. I wouldn't understand.
Okay.
There's only so much that a bunch of level 5 characters can do. That's
I just want I know that the last time there was a huge plot dump, it was kind of like, whoa, bro, this is a lot of stuff. Could we kind of take it piece by piece? So I was just kind of offering that preemptively. It's like,
yeah, but I mean, it was mentioned. I think the whole Sun Shadow task and finding a way to help Lords are probably our overall objectives, because that will likely feed into the return narrative.
I wonder if our compatriot Kristalla, if whoever created them wasn't already aware of that, soul displacement thing, and they were created with that in mind.
maybe.
I mean, that's. I mean, as far as we know, as Pterodactyl has always had like constructs.
Well,
The stuff
Pterodactyl has
they
always
make.
had gargoyles. It's always had gargoyles.
Right, I know
Um,
the gargoyles, but I mean, like the constructs, the robots.
Oh, I mean, in some form, yeah. You
Golems.
never have wizards without golems. Yeah, and artificial, stuff.
And
As
Terranath
far
has
as
had
like
clockworks and
as far
stuff.
as robots go, it's very complicated because like Galarian, they have
Classifications.
different types of robots and automatons throughout history. And the modern clockworks of like Alkenstar are kind of a retro step back from like the fucking, Star Wars droids that they were pumping out in older you know civilizations and stuff like that. And then there's a battle, like a star destroyer that crashed into the planet a long time ago, and the technology of that is basically Starfinder level. But the Starfinder happens way after Pathfinder. So did that Star Destroyer go back in time and then crash into the planet? Or has Starfinder always been that advanced and then the people of Galarian didn't know about it? Or yeah, it's a whole thing.
Damn, we crashed the spaceship, Marty.
Yeah, so robots have always just kind of,
Hey, Scots.
yeah, they've been there in some form or another. But yeah. However, generally in Terranathus, they have the artificially created gargoyles. So gargoyles are in the Pathfinder lore a beast with the earth elemental trait. So they are a creature that is elemental earth. And they're a naturally occurring species. Whereas the gargoyles of Terranathus are created, right? So they were creatures of stone, and then they were infused with elemental spirits. So they kind of made their own. So they are not natural in the same way that normal gargoyles are. And then as far as like the other stuff, in their clockwork soldiers and the golems and things like that, yeah, that's just normal wizard stuff, normal inventor stuff just happening. Automatons or whatever, those are like the warforged of the setting, and they're like straight up like, we jam some souls into these robots, and like that would be considered pretty problematic in modern Galarian times. Like making automatons would be considered, it would be right up there with necromancy on the no list.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So even something like Clive's body would not be classified as an undead. It would be a flesh golem, which is a big technicality on not being necromancy. Whereas all of your undead pirate allies are legitimate undead, and they would be considered anathema by the majority of the people of Terranathus that would not be tolerated. So it's complicated. I guess my question for you guys is, where are you going to go now? Do you want me to take you over to the Cloud Seas map?
Ooh, I guess that's a good question.
Was it H15? Is that the one that has the city that we haven't been to?
Yeah, this one right here. So what you guys have heard, there's a monastery here that is still in use by the more adventurous monks and spiritual minded people. There is a fortress that used to be used to kind of guard the road leading up the mountain to Terranathus that broke off, and it's over here. And then there's some structure here that rumor has it there's a lot of like earth elementals and minerals to be found here. But all of the expeditions that have gone there from Terranathus ... have not returned.
Hmm.
Be a place
How
for
many
every-
expeditions have there
How
been?
many expeditions did they send? Officially, the city sent 2 teams. They weren't like third time's the charm. They were like, no, that's
They
enough.
didn't try that hard, I guess. Too.
We could be the charm third time.
Unofficially, of course, there's been plenty of like adventuring parties and Laura Crofty people that have been like, oh, well, obviously I'm going to be different, and then they haven't returned either.
We should go there. Obviously, we're going to be different.
I think we're different than that.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
as far as what lies beyond, like so, what's in D15, 16, and then E16. I mean, you could ask your crew, see if any of them know, because you do have some locals that have been conscripted. If you were just trying to get back to Hydroforge, aka the Shattered Skyflume, the most dangerous route obviously would be back through Terranathus. So you could try to route around Terranathus to get back there. You could explore other directions. You could head over and down to get back to Port Eclipse, then come back over from Port Eclipse, like really kind of like put a distance between yourself, Terranathus, and your hideout. You could just be like, fuck it, it's a straight shot. We'll go to the Stone Ranch, see what that's about. I mean, it's really up to you guys.
Alright, well, where is Skelebrosif? Was he on the ship or not with us right
I don't
now?
think so. I think he's back at the Hydroforge.
Yeah, on the main, I'll take you guys back to the dashboard real quick. Then you guys should be able to toggle between the maps as needed. This is, let's see, who did you bring with you? I think you just brought, yeah, everyone that's here, and then everyone that's on this ship is who you have with you. So these guys, these undeads, these are all people that you left behind. So is Skelebrosif among them? Yeah, he's down here.
Yeah, I think he was back at the Hydroforge working on stuff.
Yeah. And so is Tool Loritz. So, because it was going to be like a real quick 20-minute adventure in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah. So you have this like very small ship just packed with refugees, essentially, that you have rescued from powerful Archmage after killing his 2 assistants and stealing his research, which I don't think you guys have actually had time to look at.
Nope.
No. That actually might have contained things on attracting the souls. I mean, thinking about it.
Well, yeah, but we're going to be going back to bring Skelebrosif there too, so we can
Have him
always
read
it.
way.
So if you guys are committed to getting back to the Hydroforge, then it really comes down to what route are you going to take? A direct route would be risky for a number of reasons. One, you would be within closer scrying distance of an Archmage who's looking for you. 2, there's an entire city's government that's looking for you. And then if they did detect you, they might try to apprehend you there, or maybe follow you. ... Find the rest of your people.
You are a hideout that's one zone away from the city. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You literally chose to set up your base right next to the people that you are opposed to.
I mean,
We did not spread out very far before we
You know, that does sound very us, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
is
we-
good enough. Drops bags. We're good.
I mean, the
We-
places,
we were
the places
fleeing.
closest to him, like,
It has
why would they
it has
suspect
a
it?
reputation. It has a reputation for being cursed,
Yeah.
and
And they said they couldn't find it for like the
it's in a
whole
perpetu-
time since.
yeah, it's in a perpetual fog. It's in a perpetual fog. So you know it. Yeah.
Where is the Hydra Forge?
And anybody that's
It's
tried to pursue
Shattered
you there,
Sky.
you've either killed or imprisoned. So the only way that they would know that you were at the Hydra Forge is if one of the 3,000 people you have recruited ended up betraying you.
Which they would never do.
Yeah. You have a lot of really stand-up people who are very happy to be a part of your crew. They don't bear any ill will at all. They're very happy that they are stuck with you, and they would do
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly.
Well, she's
Yeah.
at least not communicating with Terranathus, I don't think.
Those
Also-
gargoyle haters?
Also, her sister likes us, and she wouldn't want to disappoint her sister now, would she?
That's true. That's true.
And there's just the
That's my
sick
recommendation.
Loritz who just needs some love and care. Can't leave him, you know.
Yeah, there are other people who are way more likely to betray us.
Oh.
Yeah, like what do we know about this Vetch guy?
True.
Look shifty.
True.
Look shifty.
Okay, so it sounds like to me as players, even though it is not the optimal play, you guys do want to go back to your base. Like that's what you do want to do.
Eventually,
I
but I feel like we need to
I
continue
feel like maybe we
skirting
need
around.
to take it. Yeah.
Keep hitting new hexes if we can. So we can at least scope things out.
Well, I mean, do we want to go on the other side of the Tempest Mall and hit all these hexes? Like that route?
If Goldleaf was to vote, he would like to go to the Tempest Mall.
That just looks like a horrible thing.
Possibly.
It might be a good way to lose pursuers, though, is what I was thinking.
Which we should not forget that we were fleeing Terranathus and potential pursuers when we
Yeah,
came.
so I don't really want to go to H15.
Immediately, because we don't want to.
Because I want to make sure that we've lost anybody trying to follow us before we go there. So
Yeah.
like,
That's why I wanted to go around, like.
Oh, so
more
you're
hexes.
saying go a long way around, like 2 hexes out from the city, cut back to the Minotaur
Through
secret
H15
settlement, and
too.
then hit up your home.
Yeah, that we never stopped at the Minotaur Secret Settlement, did we?
Nope.
Nope.
We
No.
passed by it
I think
I
that would
think
be.
because we
maybe
had undead
what
with us.
I think maybe that, except we go through the Tempest Maw instead of these top 2.
Why do you want us to die?
Because I think it's a good spot to lose pursuers.
Mm-hmm.
Are we even being pursued?
We don't know, but I'd rather be sure that they weren't able to follow us. Or we just go to Amon Kalara, straight from...
All right, but if I wreck us, you can't say shit to me. I'm the helmsman,
Don't
all
worry,
right?
I'm going to give you like a +1 to your piloting checks.
All right.
We won't get wrecked. It's fine.
All right.
Okay, so is that the agreed upon plan? Wait, so you're going through the Tempest Maw? Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was looking up E16. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Sure. swirling vortex tied to Jotham rituals.
Yeah, awesome.
Right
Look, I
next
read
to
that Star Wars novel where they flew through a
Ooh,
bunch of
Astral
black
Field?
holes. Yeah, it's fine.
We don't have that plot armor, sir.
Like, you just have to use the Force, and then rescue somebody that uses the
Whoa,
Force when you're
whoa!
there.
Are
so
you
can
talking?
back out.
Are you talking about an innate magic that resides in all things, even rocks, but not robots? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
pretty
Okay,
Psionic.
thanks.
Gotta use the appropriate thing.
I fucking hate that. Give the robots the force already.
They did it in the extended universe, but then they deleted
I know,
it.
in
Yeah,
extended
yeah.
universe, it was like anything goes, baby. Let's
You
get
can imagine it,
unhinged.
we'll make it. Alright.
You're willing to write a Star Wars novel? Awesome. That was kind of the vibe. Okay. Mm.
Yeah,
All right.
let's do
All right,
it.
so you're going Tempest Maw, then you're gonna hit up G16, then you're gonna hit up H16, and then H15.
Wait.
Yeah.
What does our captain say?
That's a good point. Captain been very quiet tonight.
We all stand eagerly around our very sick captain.
Yeah. Feel like Jade the kind of person that milk being sick. You know what I mean? Kind of like your DM. You know what I'm saying?
Why would Jade
they
ever
really
milk
take
being
advantage.
sick when, she's just, being carried around by, a fellow crewmate, for, like, she's sick, okay?
I got you.
She's been cared for. Has no ulterior motives for that person who is caring for her. Is her cry?
Right. Honestly, I feel like while Jade is sick, she is more so leaning towards the majority of what the rest of the group would like to do. She's not necessarily going to push forward and go, let's go do this, because she simply just doesn't have the energy to do that.
Okay.
So it sounds like majority is still cutting through the Tempest Maw.
Why don't we put up a poll? Do we still have poll tool?
Does poll work? Let me see. I haven't made it that far in my mod edit of I typed the word poll, that didn't work.
Will
and
it work today?
if I hit P, it goes to the party sheet. Let me see if we've even got that mod anymore. Poll. Forian's Easy Polls technically still exists. Okay. Where is it? Forian's Easy Polls. Alt P. All right, let me give it a shot. I don't see anything. Oh, there it is. Okay. The poll is what now? Question mark. And the options are roundabout through Tempest Maw, roundabout through Unknown, and I'll put for Tempest Maw, close to city, and then I'll put roundabout through Unknown, longer on paper. Okay. Is there a third option? Or no? I think you guys are all on board for going back to Hydroforge. So
We
is
go
there
back to Terranathus. It's the last thing they'd expect.
Well, that's option 4. I guess option 3 is we go to the abandoned Mephit Fortress and go that route.
so roundabout Mephit Fortress.
And then option 4 through Terranathus. Well, we all have our asses hanging out, saying, "Come get us, bitches," as we just ride past.
All right. I will post it Whoop. Okay. All votes are in. Roundabout through. Oh, okay. Roundabout through the Tempest Maw. All right. Let me swap out the music here.
How the? We don't have that many people. What the hell?
Oh,
I double voted.
yeah.
I'm contemplating going back.
Silence.
I was like, who latched onto my terrible idea?
I forgot to disable that double voting. It became a real problem in Mythic Odyssey.
Dom just votes for everything.
Yeah.
It all sounds good.
Plans I come up with in the last half hour of the night are not usually my best.
All right. Let's see. All of the good sailing music, they put like ocean like in the background, like ocean sound effects. So I always feel kind of like, we can't really use this music because ocean in the background.
The air. Makes some sense.
Yeah. Here, ethereal folk voyage. Oh. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Definitely some chill ethereal music this late at night on a Thursday. It's what we need to close this session out with some high octane honk shoes, if you know what I mean. All right. Any last things before you roll out and head into the Tempest Maw? Are you guys able to see this cool map graphic for the Tempest Maw or no?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really
okay.
creepy looking. It's part of what has me so scared.
Do you see the one for the Crypt of the Cursed King?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, neat. Okay. All right. The Crystal Spine. See that one?
I think we can see all of the ones that we've been to.
Nice. Okay. I couldn't remember if I had.
Although we can also see the one for the Stone Ranch.
Oh
even
yeah,
though we
that's
haven't been
because
there.
this was the picture that was on the flyer. You know what I'm saying that you were given.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So we're gonna head into the Tempest Maw. All right. Now we can use. Oh, give me that ship. There we go. Now we can use the. Hold on, I want to see if raising the height would bring you above the map tokens. It does not. That's okay. All right. Now we can use the airship activities again. That'll be cool.
All right.
All right. So you reunite with your crew. They don't seem to be in bad shape. They were fed and watered. They were not allowed to leave the ship though. And just not being experimented on means a lot to many of them. When reunited with her friends through imprisonment, Bree sobs a lot. Hugs them, weeps openly. She looks upon her allies. A hippopotamus, a duck, a plant, a gargoyle, and she begins to weep even harder. Jade, you think that she's Vetch, you do think that she's thinking about the reveal of how these bodies are acquired.
He simply puts a reassuring hand on her shoulder, and we'll break the news to them in time. We'll come to terms with it. We can help each other get through this.
She puts her forehead against your face. And she says very quietly, Vetch, doesn't the guilt of destroying that poor little cockroach's soul tear you apart?
Saddens me that someone had to lose their autonomy, their agency over this body for me to have it. but the least we can do at this point is honor them and try to get to the bottom of this. If we continue to venture with this group, we may find out why. Maybe we can undo it. Maybe we can have our old lives back and give these bodies back to their original hosts.
Then you don't believe what she said? You think that maybe the souls of these cute little animals are still in here somewhere? And she starts to pat her ample bosom, looking for the soul.
While he watches her do that, he says, maybe. Or perhaps they're, out in the ether waiting to return.
She wipes some snot from her muzzle, and she says, I hope that's true. And to clarify, Berg McLovin isn't the kind of hamburger that would feel like he needed to give this information. Like, if Berg was still alive and he was allowed to see his kids, he's the kind of father that, careful lies. That's his parenting style. You know what I mean? Like, you're not allowed to chew gum in the house. The council actually put it's illegal now. Like that's how he parents. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's not going to tell anybody about that. Hey, little girl, you probably killed a gargoyle's soul. It stole its body. He's not the kind of guy that would say that. And you feel like Callista Forge is definitely really buttoned down. Like, the only information that she's volunteered is, it's almost like information she found too interesting not to share. But otherwise, she keeps things very close to the chest.
You'll
But
learn
anyways,
about
they're
the
all
truth of Santa Claus when you're older.
Yeah. So
What about Santa Claus?
I wanted to say something else so bad.
All right, so we've got, where is it? Sky Pirate ship activities. All right, so we'll show this to everybody. And is this the right one?
I feel like it's maybe been changed since this. I'm not sure.
Say that's correct.
Samba wants to ignore the regular ship activities and focus on studying the notes, though. So,
I think I just put it in. Did I add it to your? Did I add it to the player's guide, or did I leave it its own document still?
That's
a good
open.
question.
Under journal, there's
Oh no, it was a separate thing.
Sky Pirate ship activities. It's
Yeah, that's
right
the document I have open. Okay. Oh, thank you for linking it. Oh, yeah. So I have not formally added it to your player's guide as a tab. That would probably be the best way to do it. It's just for me to copy this over. Okay, this is way more than you're seeing there. I think that is just summarizing what you could do, but maybe that's out of date still. Yeah, it looks like it's out of date. Okay, so for now, just use this document over here. Okay, so Cloudhoof, you're piloting the ship. So that's right, unless you are having somebody else do it. Are you piloting the ship?
Nope, I'm piloting.
Okay. Is anybody going to participate in the cooking of the foods? No? Okay. So let's see. Cloudhoof is doing the sailing. All right. Is anybody going to a charter course? This will assist the pilot. It is going to be pretty important because this is a very difficult place that you are flying through.
What is required for that job?
To chart a course, you must have expertise in perception.
I have that, but I only have like a +12.
Okay. If you spend 8 hours in the crow's nest or equivalent, keeping a sharp lookout, monitoring the surrounding airspace for other vessels, navigational hazards, potential enemy airships, attempt a perception check against the Hex DC. A spyglass grants a +1 item bonus to this check. If you get a critical success, the airship's vigilance is exceptional. The DC of the piloting check is reduced by 2, and this stacks with bonuses from other sailing activities. Regular success is reduced by 1. Failure, you just wasted your time. Critical failure, you give false information and you raise the DC by 1.
You have the best perception badge in the group.
That's up.
There's also appease the winds, which is the religion version of this. So you have to have expertise in nature or religion. This can also lower the DC. Let's see.
Holy shit, he does. Oh god. Alright, so you'd like a blind perception?
So the DC for this hex is a 22.
Okay.
So it is very hard.
Okay, but I can burn a hero point ahead for advantage.
Yes, and if you guys are successful with assisting with these things, it lowers that DC. And that lower DC, right, can still benefit from somebody else just doing like an aid action on the pilot. So like it doesn't count against status bonuses, item bonuses, and circumstance bonuses the pilot might have. You're literally reducing how difficult it is to do.
That reminds me, I have a special ability. It might be helpful for this task.
I was also looking to do spin a yarn.
Oh, and there is a ship maintenance. That is the nerd version of this. So that is expert in crafting or engineering lore.
I could do that. I'm an expert in crafting.
Nice. All right. Then there is fly casual, which you basically help make sure that the ship is avoiding notice, which can lower your chance of encountering stuff while you're flying through the sex. Then there's the fun stuff like gambling and all that kind of stuff. Now, provide aid is you take all day to aid another character with their airship activity. When you provide aid, attempt a skill check of a type decided by the GM. The typical DC is 20, but the GM might adjust this DC for particularly hard or easy tasks. Multiple PCs and NPCs can provide aid during airship travel, but remember that circumstance bonuses granted by provide aid do not stack. So yeah, it's basically like aid another, but it's not a flat, or it's not a starting 15, it's a starting 20 because of, it's taking you all day and it's more complicated than just in the moment helping somebody.
There's spin a yarn, and that gives a +1 status bonus to attack roll saving throws and skill checks for the next 24 hours.
But that would start at the end of the 8 hours that you do the thing. You know what I'm saying? It would be like until the next completion of a day. So you would be providing that bonus for whatever happens the next day of travel.
So not going into the mall here, essentially. It'd be
Right.
the day afterwards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'm probably better off doing provide aid.
Okay.
Am I able to utilize this posted ability to any effect with navigating?
Dead Reckoning. You've trained yourself to maintain a strong sense of direction at all times. Even when you can't use a compass or see the sky above, you immediately intuit which direction is north, assuming the concept of north exists in your current location. That's literally talking about where we are right now. Let me see. What is your will?
It does say that's assuming
You
the concept
have an
of
expert in will saves. And a +3 wisdom? Damn, bro. I will allow you to use Dead Reckoning in this regard. It will provide you with a plus. I'm just gonna plus. Actually, give me a will save real quick. Yeah, 24. Okay, so I'll give you a +1 status bonus to your check in regards to navigation. Because you feel like you know the right way, even though it's impossible. Okay. Are you rolling it with advantage? Is that what you rolled twice?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You rolled. I mean, I'll reveal it. You rolled 18 twice, and adding your +1 status bonus, it brings it to a 19. We know that the DC for these checks is a 22. So unfortunately, that is not enough.
Oof.
But you don't make things worse. All right. Who else is gonna help? Isaac, are you helping?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
wanted
Are
to
you
use
doing
the craft. Yeah.
crafting one? All right. Give me a crafting check. DC is 22. Oh, holy sorry. That's a critical success. So you lower the DC now on the piloting checks to 20.
I added turbos. You,
You got to hit the NOS button, Cloud Hoof. You got to hit
Yeah,
the
yeah.
NOS button.
I've added nitrous. Yeah.
Where the hell did you get the NOS tanks?
Well, we shouldn't go back to the druid place for a while.
Songbo, are you going to be pimping my ride also to try to lower the DC, or do you have other plans?
I mean, I automatically lower the DC by. Well, I don't actually lower the DC. I give Cloudhoof a +1 on it with my vehicle mechanic dedication.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
So I would like to abscond below decks and start trying to read the notes.
Okay. That is actually the Pathfinder 2E research minigame. Yep. I got a minigame for researching.
Well, first off, you have to get them off Gold Leaf.
Oh, damn. All right. Are you not willing to part with these?
I notice you seem to have a little bit of a disdain for our Miss Sunshadow.
Oh, no. Wow. Okay. Sorry.
I change into I shape change into like rosin for his bow, and then I just throw away his rosin, and then I sit in that place, and then when he puts me in his pocket, I read the pages of the book.
What?
How is it being used as rosin in that form?
It's a great question. It's just earwax.
But like, does like some of Songbo get wiped off on the bow?
Well, here's what it comes down to. Goldleaf, you are assisting with the sailing, I'm assuming, right? You're doing the aid. So like, what do you do with the notes? Are they on your person? I mean, there are no real cabins. Like, this is a small ass ship. Everybody's just kind of like sleeping on top of each other. So like, are you just carrying all your gear all day as you do this? Is it in the gear pile somewhere? Like,
I mean,
what's the realistic take?
It would be in his pack, his traveling pack.
Okay, which you would have on you all day, or would you just kind of throw it in the pile with everybody else's stuff?
Goldleaf, papers. I want to read them.
That's also a way to get the papers, yeah. But then he pulls out some white knight shit on you.
So yes, he does.
Yeah.
I noticed you have some disdain for Lady Sunshadow.
Yeah, she's useless. That's why I need to read the papers.
I was gonna ask if you could at least lighten up a little bit, but why do you think she's useless?
Tell me when she's been useful.
I mean, she's been able to at least give us some information on sorry, there's Lex blinking.
Oh, I thought it was your character blinking as he's going through a montage of boobily bouncing boobas.
Also, doesn't she control the mech thing, the cube?
Yes.
She do control the mech thing.
Yeah, but after we told her how to, like, no, you command it. Like, she couldn't even figure that out by herself.
She's a young girl. She's figuring things out.
Yes, that's fine. But I would like to read the papers now.
Fine. You can have them for now. But she also gets a look at them.
Sure. Sure.
Nope, and not when you're done. She is going to work alongside you. That's the deal.
Okay, so
If I'm starting them and she's not here, I'll just put the ones that I've read already off to the side, and she can look through those and see if I missed anything.
Yep.
all right,
and
do
you
you
two
have
will
do
work
you have
together.
access to the spell Pocket Library?
Who, what, and where? I guess who's that question aimed at?
Whoever's doing the research, Pocket Library is the spell.
Oh,
Right.
I do not have Pocket Library.
I'm not making it up. Okay,
Yes, I do.
so a library is one of the requirements to do research. Without it, you are going to have an item penalty to your checks. It's kind of like trying to open a door without a crowbar. You know what I'm saying? So you can definitely read through the notes and start to understand them, but you won't have like the context of like other research material to make it make
Right.
sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if it's encoded or things like that, like you don't really have everything on hand that you would need to kind of puzzle that shit out. But you could certainly attempt it and try to do it. So basically how this works, it's like an ongoing thing, and you're accumulating points, and at different amounts of points, you learn more and more about the thing that you're researching. So it's a lot different than regular 5e, where they're like, hey, if they make this check, give them the handout. It's more like how we did the Tomb of the Strahd's Diary or whatever, where it's
Nice.
like,
Yeah.
you unlock it, you unlock more and more as you go. That's how research works in Pathfinder. So you could definitely get started on that. That'll be cool.
What sort of check would I be looking at here?
Glad you asked. So
Preferably occultism, but arcana would be okay too.
Well, obviously what they really want is academia lore or library lore. But in this instance, arcana, arcane, and divine would all work.
Arcana, occultism, and divine?
Arcana,
Okay.
occultism, divine, and then academia and library.
Sweet. Oh, I just tried to roll it off of my sheet, and it asks me what the DC of the check is.
Oh, right. The DC of these checks is a 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, and sorry, I called it divine. It's religion is the word I was looking for. Okay, wow. All right. So you, even with a tool penalty, since you did you roll a nat 20 or you succeeded by 11? Okay,
I succeeded by 11.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll count that as 2 successes. All right. And I will get you that information at the beginning of next session, so that I can kind of I can decide how to chop up this info into like smaller pieces. But I will pin this and bank it so that we have it for next time. Okay, so you're down there doing that. Cloudhoof's getting ready to sail through one of the most treacherous spots in the region. The DC has been lowered by the NOS boosters that Isaac has installed hastily, so they probably won't last. Gold Leaf, you're aiding. So how are you aiding?
It's just any skill that could be used for provide aid here, right?
Yeah, as long as you can bullshit it being appropriate, and also something that you could maintain for 8 hours.
Gold Leaf can talk for 8 hours.
Okay.
Or you can put on a long porn. Long porn. No.
No, that's my cereal.
A long
Al-
porns.
also, Jade, if you are still with us, and you haven't died from disease, could you give me a new fortitude save for your ongoing battles against disease?
Oh boy.
For just kind of on the ship. Isaac might
And
be
you
able
should
to find
have
anti-plague.
yeah.
Use a +1 just because music's playing in the background.
Jade.
Oh
Jade.
boy. Wait. It's 10:52. I'm gonna re-roll that.
That's a good idea. Okay. So that is a success. You bring it down to sickened 1, and then I'm gonna assume that you probably are you just trying to get over your disease, or are you also trying to do downtime travel activity and help out with the sailing?
I just want to not have a blood disease, yo.
Okay, then you will not have a penalty to this one. Go ahead and give it to me.
You know when I said it was terminal last session, I was joking, right?
No, it will
Like-
kill her at stage 5. It will kill her at
Oh,
stage 5.
oh no.
Hey! All right, you didn't die from this fungal
Hell
disease.
yeah.
Congrats.
Woo!
Nice.
All right, so everybody's done their due diligence. We have 7 minutes left in the session.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
know how many hero points Cloudhoof has left, but
I got 2 because I
oh,
got 3 at
damn.
the beginning.
all right,
Ready
then,
for the recap.
then let's go, bro. Oh,
All
All right, I'm gonna spend the
holy-
1.
You just chatter in his ear all day and perceive night. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. But with our little house rule, it is acceptable. Like lemon grab acceptable, not really acceptable, but it's okay. All right.
Seems
So you have a
distracted because
plus.
he wants to go into the mall. That seems strange, but well.
All right. So Cloudhoof, you have a +1 circumstance against a DC 20, thanks to Isaac and Goldleaf's assistance. Also, the magic of friendship. Vetch is out there pointing stuff out to you. So it'll be stuff you already saw, but he is helping.
All right. So I'm gonna spend the 1 ahead of time to give myself advantage.
Oh, and you have a +1 status from Songbow. So you have a +1 circumstance and a +1 status against a DC 20. Not bad. Pretty good overall.
Keep higher.
I will say, well, you know what? I'm not going to say it. Oh, double!
Hell
there was
yeah.
there was a nat 1 and a nat 20. It's like the duality of man.
And because
Okay.
I spent the hero point to get the advantage, it was the
That's right.
20.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
33.
You guys crush it. So you witness the splendor of it all. But you don't got time for that shit. As a team, you guys find all the right air currents. You stay on the farthest edge of the hex. Terranathus is not even in sight on the endless horizon.
And if there
with
is an
this-
encounter, we don't get surprised.
That's right. With this critical success, I will say that you do see an encounter, but it does not happen to you. You could happen to it, or you could just fly on by. But there does seem to be a living ship, so a Jathum vessel that is made out of like a creature that has been turned into a ship, essentially. Basically, it looked like a sky whale, but it's got like these long, muscly arms dangling from it, and then there is a howdah like strapped to its back, but like also like growing from its back. And there are a bunch of absolutely beautiful otherworldly genie, and they are doing training exercises. So they're like firing off blasts of like lightning and wind, ice and things like that. They're like practicing formations, practicing their flying against these dangerous currents and stuff like that.
where
Yeah,
we
they're
are,
in here for fun. You shouldn't fuck with them.
from where they are, can we see any heraldry on that ship?
Ooh, that's good. Okay. Let me see. Mm, let's see. All right. Anyone that wants to try and peek at that at Goldleaf's suggestion, go ahead and give me a perception check. If you're using the spyglass, you have a +1 item bonus.
So +1 item.
If you're holding the spyglass, which I think Vetch is the one with the spyglass.
Vetch, can I see
Am
that?
I?
focusing
Can
on
I?
piloting.
Can I hold the spyglass? Is it larger than me?
Yeah, but I mean, there's like a bunch of like
The
crafty people.
spyglass is like
Yeah, they make you a
you
little
bolted
squiggly.
onto the rails and you're like laying down looking through it.
It's like a telescope for him.
Haley's Foundry is reloading if you could roll for her.
Yeah, I can do that.
Beforehand. God damn it. I keep forgetting.
This would be a seek action. Okay. So Captain Jade and Vetch, you guys are able to catch sight of some heraldry. It is an argent field with black falcon talon clutching a stylized wind spiral with a single crimson drop beneath the claw.
Hot.
It means nothing without a recall knowledge, though.
Well, but we can describe that to our allies.
Absolutely.
Good.
Okay.
So everyone who hears it can try to make a check.
Okay. Do I need to roll a check on this, or would
Oh yeah.
from my background would Goldleaf know?
Mhm. Nope. You got to roll for it.
All right. You know what? Fuck it. He is gonna use this because it plays in. He's gonna use his wish for luck for advantage. So that's the first one.
Okay.
That's the second one, whichever is highest.
Okay. All right. So here's how it breaks down. Jade. These aren't Jathum per se, but Jathum agents of a very old and famous assassins guild from Galarian called the Red Mantis Assassins. This is one of the subsects, the Black Eagles. So a lot of that's hard to understand. Like, why would a subsect of a famous Galarian-based assassins guild be operating out of the elemental plane of air, with only Jathum working for them? Stranger things have happened on your journey. Vetch, you're pretty sure it's not the Red Mantis Assassins. But you don't know who they are, which means that they might be a lesser house or a very obscure house within Jathum society. Songbow, you know exactly who these guys are, and you could tell us why you know exactly who they are after I tell you who they are. This is House Al Sakwarin, the Hooked Talon, a lesser house garrison aristocracy. They're court adjacent, but not beloved by their fellow Jathum. They're known for precision raids, airship boarding actions, which you can kind of see them working on, and lawful, in quotes, intimidation. Their colors are silver, black, and crimson. Not red, crimson. Their motto is, "We take what the wind owes." Yeah, they favor silver armor, black scarves, crimson sashes on their waist. All of this checks out. This is what they're wearing. And the helms are often stylized to have, that triangle beak visor. You know what I'm talking about? The knights that get
Yep.
that triangle on the front of their face. Yeah.
The triangle ones or like the cone ones?
The cone. It's definitely the
Okay,
cone.
so like
Yeah.
a hound skull.
Yeah, but it's like birdie. It's kind of birdie. They're going for falcon, but it's kind of like 1960s triangle boobs. You know what I'm saying? Like coming out the front. But it looks cool. The overall ensemble looks cool. So yeah, you know them not just for their reputation, but also that these are Jathum who are bored with the Jathum's decadent way of life, and they seek fulfillment through adventure and violence. And so they want to explore, they want to get into fights, they want to fight wars, they want to do stuff other than just party and drink and go to the racetrack and collect slaves. They want to do more with their lives. Is there something more than this provincial life of being wealthy and powerful? That kind of thing. Maybe it's Fight Club. Maybe that'll bring us meaning. So why do you know them so well? And also, do you use any tact to point out that you critically succeeded and the captain critically failed? Do you use any tact here at all, or do you just actually the captain in front of everyone?
Oh, I 100% actually the captain. I was like, that's kind of. I mean, I guess. No, you're just wrong. So here's who they actually are. Songbo knows of them because when he was conscripted with I think Frost Giant or whatever, captain with the Dawnbeak Raiders, we had some encounters with this particular house.
Ooh, okay.
Jade says, "Oh yeah, well, I'm sick."
Damn.
So it was just like the fever talking then, or also you're almost better. That worked when you were like half dead, but at this point you're no sicker than I was, and I got over that shit in an hour.
Get in, bitch. We're going raiding.
So yeah, I guess here at the end of the session, you guys could decide next week: do you fly past or do you engage? But you're doing so well with your piloting check that you can decide if they see you, if they don't see you, if you engage, if you don't engage. It's going to be up to you. They're distracted with what they're doing. And then I will also get that research information for you by next session.
Sweet. And
right.
So they looked like they were in the middle of raiding somebody, or they were
they're practicing.
battling.
This is a popular spot to train. The more paranoid people of Terranathus, they feel like the Jathum made up the story about this being an ancestral training ground, so that they would have an excuse to spy on the city. Because it is so close to Terranathus and so far from their city. It's kind of crazy that you would send your young mages and soldiers this far away from the city to train. But they did the whole ancient spiritual, training grounds of our ancestors, et cetera, et cetera. It's really just a perpetual a lightning storm inside a whirlwind, so it's not a great place. So maybe it's true that they feel like they have to come here to train. And they are training. You are watching them train. It's not like they have, spy equipment out and they're like peeking on the town. Right. So it gives you guys stuff to think about for next time. All right.
Goldleaf pick up on any of that, or because that was a turn.
Well, I definitely out loud will actually all of it.
Oh damn. Goldleaf, even Roland, you with your previous knowledge, you know that what he says is true, but you did not know as much about them as he did. So like you can corroborate that he's not full of shit. Like, but you also agree that they are a lesser house. Like they're not in favor of any of the important movers and shakers of Armun Kalara.
So I guess the broader question is, would from Goldleaf's backstory have had any interaction with these people? Because that'll determine how he votes on if we should just bypass these.
I would say that you were like a curiosity of more wealthy and successful people. Like,
okay, so I know
yeah,
them,
these are
not really interacting.
These are kind of like in a society that loves having slaves. These are like this is like blue collar family / clan / organization.
Okay.
Yeah. Like these guys like getting their hands dirty in a society where they don't have to get their hands dirty.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas you were like a curiosity kind of passed around, people that could sort of afford the leisure of housing and entertaining you and, like hearing your stories and learning from you and that sort of thing.
You would still be interested to interact with these people, but okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's something that you guys could discuss and think about over the next week. Okay. Then we will wrap it up for now.
Oh, what about the archetype feat question?
Oh yeah. That's one of the things we need to talk about. So, as I was auditing mods and whatnot, one of the mods that we have is Feats Plus, which I think I turned on for this game. I think. Let me see. Yeah. And one of the cool things that Feats Plus has is like, wouldn't it be cool if you had some extra feats, but you didn't have to like essentially manage 2 classes on one character, which is free archetyping. So it's kind of like there's 2 methods. You get quite a few extra feats early game, which is where you guys are at, and then you don't worry about extra feats moving forward. I like that a lot because in this game you guys get pirate for free already. And then there are a lot of feats that you can unlock through gameplay that are specific to this campaign that when added to free archetype and being a pirate, it is going to get pretty bloated. We're running level 15 plus on Mondays, and it is rough. Like the sheet starts to get very full of options and abilities. And if you are a spellcaster who free archetype into a spellcaster, it's absolutely insane. Like the amount of crap that you have to like keep track of before you even get into your wands, your items, your scrolls, and all that kind of stuff. I am of the opinion that it's almost too much. Like free archetyping is almost too much. So I'm in favor of the earlier one, which is you get a few extra feats at lower levels. The free archetyping stops, but then you unlock additional feats through story and campaign and gameplay, and those just are given to you. Like, now you guys know how to do this, or you completed your backstory quest and that unlocked a special feat that's just for you. Like that sort of thing. The other one they have is the complete opposite direction, where they're like, I don't think that this is strong enough free archetype. What if you had free archetype, but every time you got a free archetype feat, you just took any feat you qualified for? Anything. So you could take like extra, you could double up on your primary class feats, which is insane, but also very cool. You could get more racial feats if you wanted to, or sorry, heritage feats. You could, yeah, so it's like, or you could continue to pursue, free archetyping if you wanted to. So that's pretty fucking cool. But it do lead to, in my opinion, the danger, and this was kind of discussed on the server today, is if there's some real min-max tryhards, they're going to use that to make characters that will make anyone who is not on their level of character design feel demasculated. Like Haley gonna grow a bigger dick, and then that dick gonna fall off when they see how strong the character that could be made is compared to their character scenario, right? Or Haley's the one that makes the super character, and everyone else is like, wow, why are we even here? So there is the danger there, right? Some people will see it as, I can't wait to be twice as Minotaur or 3 times as Gargoyle. You know what I mean? And some people might be like, oh, thank God, because there's so many class feats that would just make playing my class better, aka Wizard. I want to take them all. So it's cool because it gives you that freedom, but then it's also dangerous because you could end up with a very imbalanced group of players where some of them have god tier broken fucking characters, and then other people are just there for the vibes, and they're like, let me show you all the ways I can elf, and the other person's doing 700 damage around. You know what I mean? So like, it could be tricky. And we got a big group. We got 6 people. So I'm not really in favor of cracking the character creation wide open. Like, I would much prefer less feats up front, and then you guys unlock stuff through gameplay is the direction I would suggest things go. I'm also open to the idea that anytime you would get a class feat, you could, instead of your class feat, the rules are normal for this, you could take a free archetype feat that you qualify for, but also you could take a heritage feat if you qualify for it, or a general feat, or a skill feat. So basically a class feat could be cashed in for anything else that you would normally get. So that still gives you like a lot of flexibility for building, but not an overwhelming amount of options. Like free archetyping with campaign archetyping is probably going to do to us. So what do you guys think? What's your...
Personally, for Gold Leaf, I think I'm fine with what is currently going on.
Oh, so just the standard, like, Lex, did you build your character all the way at 20? Is that what happened? You have a path builder?
Yeah, I did.
I
did.
Okay.
I do that quite often, but I'm usually pretty flexible for things that come up, and just like, I'll slot them here and there.
Okay.
But I mean, I just
like,
had the concept
for my Monday game, there's no way that we would change things. We're too far along.
Yeah.
But for this, you're only level 5, right? 6. So like, you have plenty of time left to like kind of adapt to not having the full free archetyping anymore. But also, I know that you guys are solid. You're a solid group and you're solid players. Nobody's here to like build the ultimate min-max, like broken Reddit build character.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't do that at all.
Yeah.
For any of my characters.
So I'm okay with just sticking with what we originally said, which is the free archetype and getting the pirate stuff. What I will do then is what I did to my Odyssey games. So when you unlock feats, I will not give you those feats. You will have the ability to take those feats, but they will not be given to you. So if we keep free archetyping, you will have to invest in the feats that you unlock. They will not just be given to you. The pirate stuff will stay, but in this, like, certain achievements and factions that you join and things that you do would unlock feats that if we did a few feats at extra feats at level 1 and 2 and 3, and then no free archetyping, you would just get those feats automatically. But if we stick with what we have, you'll unlock access to those feats, but it'll be up to you if you want to take them or not. And then I would still support the idea that if you wanted to be, more fox or more leaf or more minotaur or more sylph or whatever, you could take whatever you would get an archetype feat or a class feat. I would say that you could take a heritage feat because I do think that's kind of fun. And most heritage feats aren't nearly as powerful as class feats or free archetype feats. So it would for sure be a flavor choice for most of those decisions. So does that work for everybody then?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just keep things the way they are. But to keep you guys from being overwhelmed with options, I will make these bonus feats available, but they will not be automatic. You'll have to train into them and actually allot space for them. Okay. All right. Works for me. All right. I don't really have any announcements. We're going to do a watch party of Record of Low Score on the 28th of the February. It's going to be like 6 hours of anime, 90s anime. And it's classic Dungeons & Dragons told through 90s anime. So it's quite an experience. And then I'm also getting ready to start running some Sword World. It's not going to be anything formal. I'm just trying to get some people together to like practice. And I will be running a Sword World game for DirkCon. And I will be running a Draw Steel game for DirkCon also. And that's coming up the first weekend of May. Dom posted a Starfinder game. I don't know if I think it might be full already. But he is planning to eventually run a Starfinder campaign. So if you're interested in that, I guess pay attention for that. And yeah, anybody have any other announcements?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Really?
All right. In that case, enjoy the night, enjoy the upcoming weekend, and we'll continue this next Thursday.
All right. Thanks for running.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks
Good,
everyone for
everybody.
tuning in. Catch you next time.